I've always really liked the creepy things in life. I used to play with Barbies and all that, but I was mostly a tomboy. I liked the weird. I believe I was looking online and then I crossed over like a creepy doll, and I was like, that would be so cool. I should make one, and then I did. I kind of created my creepy self with my grandfather. Like, he was basically disowned by a portion of my family because he was so odd and eccentric, and obviously because he was a Satanist, which is fine. It is what it is. He can be whatever he wants. My grandfather had a completely different style. He had skulls everywhere. He had what we think is a human skull that we called Mildred. He had knives in the walls. Every day it would rain, he would say, "It's a beautiful day for a murder." My own spiritual beliefs are very broad. I should be able to believe what I want to believe. I believe there's a higher power, and I believe that everyone has energies, and whatever energy they put forth out into the world, that's what they're going to get back. Put forth good into the world instead of negativity. I believe past lives. I think they attach themselves onto things, either objects or animals. My grandmother was, I believe, attached to a blue jay. And so whenever I see a blue jay, I think of my grandmother. I believe every single doll that I get has energy attached to it. It takes me a bit to feel it. I will go and I'll hold the doll and I'll just stare at it. Every doll has had a past life, and every doll has seen things, have lived through things, and those instances kind of attach themselves to the dolls, like be that negative or positive, and that's what creates the energy in the dolls. Some dolls I've felt like just that like pit in your stomach, just kind of nauseated feeling, and you know that they didn't come from a good place and they didn't have a good past life, and some are bad, some are good. That's when I judge what's going to happen with them as with the transformation. With my dolls, every doll has a different personality. It's like people. They all have different wants and needs and interests and fears. I mean, it does have some energy, but it's not a real child. So there's one doll that I didn't regret her, but she was just a little bit more negative feeling than I thought. Her transformation wasn't exactly what I pictured. And then I completed her, and then someone bought her, and she was great, and the person loved her, but I just felt like the way that I did her was not doing her completely justice, because I sewed her mouth shut. I believe the doll was happy with the outcome. When someone gets one of my dolls, for the first little while, the only person to touch the doll is the one that is going to be their person. Don't let anyone else touch the doll until it gets comfortable in the space. I find it important to give them a Palo Santo stick, which they can burn and smudge the area and the doll, just to make sure that the energy is clear and positive. And not everyone is okay with these dolls. Some people don't like to just be anywhere around them, and some people love them. So it's just like, it is what it is. People are either gonna like me or they're not gonna like me. I'll be who I want to be. So this is Farah. I just made her recently. And she's currently in a box because she does not like to be touched as much. So she's just kind of watching in her little box. And she will become more lovable and will become more comfortable over time. She just needs a home that is patient and will allow her the time to get used to her person. This doll, his name is Damien, and he is a younger doll. That's why he's in his little onesie and his little high chair. He is a softer energy. He needs a lot of love and a lot of care, but he can provide a lot of love, and he can be there for anyone who needs him. This doll is Gretchen, and she is a little feisty. She needs to go to a home with a very patient person and a very loving person, and someone that's willing to put in the time to make her feel comfortable and at home. And she'll warm up pretty fast if you can show her the right amount of love and kindness. I've had dolls that love cats. I have dolls that hate cats. I have dolls that are great with kids. I have dolls that don't like kids. I have creative dolls. I have dolls that like to be in a crowded area of the house. I have dolls that like to be put in more quieter areas. They just all have completely different personalities, and that's what I find makes the connection between the person and the doll, and it makes it more real, because then they can relate to that doll and find something that will work for their lifestyle and work for their wants and needs. Because I've had people that just don't have friends, people that have had relatives pass away, loved ones pass away, that just wanted something there, a companionship and a friendship they're not going to be judged, and that they're going to have, and they're going to be listened to, and they're going to have some type of connection. And that's why I made the dolls for people like that. The feeling that I'm giving someone, I want it to make people feel good about themselves and give people confidence. And in some way, these dolls give me that feeling when I know that people are taking them and keeping them for the right reasons, and that they want a companion and a friendship. That gives me a really positive feeling that I'm helping someone that needs love and that needs someone there for them, and to have someone that will always be there for them when loved ones and whoever can't be, and when they feel lonely. I don't want them to feel lonely. I want them to have someone. had a reoccurring nightmare. I would sleepwalk and I would see this big face on a wall, like this big demonic face. And they say in dreams, if you see the devil and they hear you, you're gonna die. And the devil just stopped. I was like, oh God, like he heard us, he's gonna come for us. It would keep coming to me. And then I would just wake up and I'd be screaming and my mom would come get me. My mom said it was my grandfather.